Hey guys, this is the Canadian Politic. Thanks for joining me again today. I got some more COVID-19 updates for you. And in Canada, we really had quite the response with many events being cancelled and organizations shutting down. Good Life Fitness and the YMCA decided to close their doors. And if you plan on taking part in any activities in the community, just make sure that you do call ahead of time or maybe check out their website. Just make sure it hasn't been canceled. Alberta announced that it'd be closing its schools till September after their chief medical officer, Dina Hinshaw, said any school closings would need to last till September to be effective. This obviously is quite a statement, and it could mean other provinces following suit. Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, Prince Edward Island, and New Brunswick say they're either suspending classes or closing schools for 2 or 3 weeks. And holy guys, I really can't believe this is actually happening right now. All I can say is we just gotta hang tight and we will be able to nip this thing in the butt. So remain calm, and the best thing we can do is just stay at home. So there's still lots of panic and hysteria with hospitals receiving patients suspecting COVID 19, even though they've been told to stay at home. In Ontario, medical staff don't have a clear message from government on how to proceed. They're also receiving mixed messages as regards to screening and what to wear for personal protective equipment. And I really hope the communication does improve, or it looks like we might not be prepared for an actual outbreak. I'm not too sure what's going on in the other provinces, but Ontario, it's clear that there's a problem with communication. And we better get our act together considering experts say this will affect 35 to 70% of Canadians. And in further news, our wonderful Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, he made an announcement that Canada will be closing its borders today with limited exceptions. Those exceptions are permanent Canadian residents, the immediate family members of Canadian citizens, diplomats, air crews, and U.S. citizens are still being allowed in Canada at this time. He also urged Canadians, if you're abroad, it's time that you do come home. If you just arrived, you must self isolate for 14 days. And finally, all Canadians, as much as possible, you should stay home. And, and anyone with COVID 19 are not being allowed to enter the country. This may spark concern among people who are abroad, but just know the federal government does have programs in place to cover their medical expenses and or to get them home. As the situation develops, we are going to see an economic impact. As early as tomorrow, we are going to see an announcement on what aid will be available to us. So here at Canadian Politic, I really don't want to leave my viewers without knowing how to take care of themselves in this situation. So how do you know if you have COVID-19? Well, I went to the CDC website, so let's take a look here and see what they have to say. So according to the CDC, symptoms will appear in 2 to 14 days after exposure, with fever, cough, and shortness of breath. According to the Canadian website, that includes pneumonia. According to the Government of Canada website, if you are sick or you feel like you have symptoms, just stay at home. Isolate yourself till symptoms disappear. And no, it will not be the end of the world. And don't worry, chances are is that you'll get better and you'll get over this. So the problem with COVID-19, and one of the more worrying things, is that there's a higher risk of severe outcome for those who are 65 and older, who have a compromised immune system and underlying medical conditions. And this can result in death for them. This is why it's very important that we stick together and we do what we can to reduce the spread. And I hope you guys do take care of yourselves and take care of one another. When times get tough, all we have is each other. So from everyone at Canadian Politic, I wish you all the best.